Hey guys, I'm back today with a video, obviously. Today I'm going to be talking about my freshman year of college and my experience and what I went through, struggles or fun times and everything. Just talking about it from beginning to end, or from beginning to now, I guess. So, I graduated from college. Wow, no, I'm not that old yet. Graduated from high school, May 2015, and then I entered into college in the fall of, end of August 2015, obviously. Let's see. I moved in personally a week early because I was in marching band, and I've done marching band all throughout high school. I've been in color guard all throughout high school, if you guys didn't know that. And so yeah, we moved in a week early. Went into my room, and there was literally only me and one other girl in my building, and it was so creepy. I hated it. I don't like places being really, really quiet, especially if I'm there and if I think I'm by myself. And yeah, so if you guys follow me on social media, you know I go to the University of West Georgia. I don't care if people know that because I put it everywhere on my social media. It doesn't even matter. So yeah, I go there. It's in Carrollton, Georgia. So I lived in my dorm. And see, my dorm, I didn't know, it was my birthday that I was picking where I was living and all that, because I did it online, on my birthday, May 21st. And so my stepdad just told me to pick a place to live, and I could change it later after going on the tour. I ended up not being able to change it, so I ended up living in a dorm, anyway, which is fine. And I had a roommate. There was 2 beds in the room. We had a public bathroom, which I didn't mind, and all that. So literally the only thing in our room was just a bedroom. There was no sink or anything. And I was okay with that because I kind of did want to live in a traditional dorm, just to get the feel of a traditional dorm. To be, I don't know. I've always wanted to live in a traditional dorm, and then the next year I would live in either apartment or kind of apartment-styled dorming. So yeah, get there. Had marching band the first week. It was so hot outside, and the buses weren't running that first week. They weren't running until the next week, but everyone was on campus. So I had to walk everywhere, and it was just so much. But marching band, band camp was so much fun. I loved it. We were getting to know everyone, and you were basically finding out your clique and just hanging with everyone and making new friends. Next week school starts, first day of classes, and I believe I only had 2 classes that day. I only had 2 classes a day. And I only had classes Monday through Thursday. So yeah, pretty easy schedule, and it was like that all year round. I had 2 classes a day, Monday through Thursday. So I always had an equal amount of weekend time, equal amount of school time, which I personally loved. So anyway, I don't really remember the first month of school. Flew by so fast because it was it was class, homework, marching band, class, homework, marching band. And I know that first week or the second week there was a band party, and I was so tired. I literally could not go because I was just so exhausted and so sore. And I wish I went because everyone still talks about that party to this day, and I hear so many stories about that party. But it's too late now. I didn't go. LOL. Anyway, yeah, so it went on. And I went to college dating someone. And we started dating sometime in the summer, middle of the summer. I don't know. But then also I had an ex or something, that went to the school, and he was a senior at the time. And I remember seeing him for the first time because I was out eating dinner with friends, I think after rehearsal, and I was just laughing at my friends, and I was laughing, and I looked up, and I looked straight across the dining hall, and I saw him, and I automatically froze, and I started shaking, and I almost had an anxiety attack. And then he saw me, And I didn't say anything to him. And we didn't say anything to each other for a while. And he texted me and, we started talking. And then he just kept bothering me to hang out with him. And I was like, dude, I don't want to hang out with you. It's weird. I have a boyfriend and I don't want to do anything, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, well, I respect that you have a boyfriend, but we could still hang out. And then one day, I eventually gave in. This was like September. And it was like, I think the week before or the week of the first football game, which I don't even know when that was. It was like September 16th or something like that. One of those Fridays. And I go back to his place or his dorm and we're watching a movie. I end up falling asleep. And I obviously, no one woke me up. I didn't wake up myself until the next morning. And I had class and I ended up spending the night. And I didn't really want to spend the night because, I had a boyfriend and I personally just didn't want to. I wanted to go back to my room. I had class in the morning and my class is closer to my dorm than his. So yeah, I ended up telling my boyfriend that next day. And he got very upset and he's like, I don't know why you even put yourself in that situation, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I didn't know that I was going to fall asleep in the movie and no one was going to wake me up. If you just want to hang out with a friend, or, give them because he said, my ex said, if this one time, just give me a chance, we can hang out, and if you really don't want to anymore after that, I will respect that. We ended up hanging out all the time throughout the school year, just so you guys know. But yeah, the week went on, and I just kept arguing with my boyfriend at the time, and then we broke up. And then like a week later, I started developing a crush on someone in band. So, haha, that's fun. Cool. And he started liking me back too, but obviously I was too shy to say anything. So yeah, I ended up, but that'll come later. So anyway, let's see what else happened. So September passed, a whole bunch of football games, a whole bunch of practices, so much fun. First semester was rough for me academic wise, honestly, because I didn't want to be in school right out of high school. I don't know. I felt like I had no purpose. Felt like I didn't really want to do what my major was. I don't know. I just really did not want to be in school. And I told my mom that. And, if I'm not in school, then either I'm going to be homeless or I'm going to be sent away. So I was like, okay, I'm being forced to stay in school. And I ended up failing every single one of my classes except marching band and this UWG 1101 class. I don't know if every school has one of those, but it was just like a introductory class. It's not required, but it's like a first year kind of class thing. I don't know. And even with that, I think I got like a D or a C. I don't even know. I stopped going at the end of the semester. Okay, October came around. Excuse me. What happened in October? A lot of things from my first semester were blurry. I went to a lot of parties, honestly, my first semester because there were just a lot of parties, so yeah. And they were fun. I went to this one fraternity. I went to every single one of their parties, I think, except one. I went to a lot of house parties. And, I don't know, I've just been invited to a lot of parties, so I end up going. And, most of the time, all I really remember first semester is marching band and hanging out with, my clique. Let's see. I don't know, not much really happened. I ended up talking to the guy that I started liking in band, and we started talking, from October till, the next semester. So yeah, but I'll get to next semester later. Okay, so then Thanksgiving break, my best friend Derek came, and I don't see Derek a lot, which is really sad because he's like a brother to me. And he's busy with guard, I'm busy with guard. He's a senior in high school, which he's graduating this month, but yeah, so, and plus he doesn't live near me anymore because he used to live right next door to each other. I used to live right next door to him and my other best friend Shanice. So yeah, and not being able to live next to them anymore is really sad because I can't see them as often, but I appreciate the time I do see them. Anyway, yeah, whatever. Skipping to Christmas break. College, I think most colleges have like a month in some for their Christmas break, because I know I did. I think I had 5 or 6 weeks for Christmas break. And it was awful. Honestly, I hated Christmas break. It was so depressing. I don't know. I personally was just, because all semester long I just didn't want to be in school, and I felt like my depression was kicking back in, and I just honestly did not want to be in school. And I made a video about this, I believe. And I said, hey guys, I'm back, or something like that. I don't know. You'd have to scroll back. Maybe I will link it down below. And I remember people at school watched it, and a lot of people messaged me and were like, I understand what you're going through, and here's some things that can probably help you, and stuff like that. And I really appreciate those people who messaged me and tried to help me. But yeah, so during Christmas break, going back to my ex, the guy I was dating when I started, when I started school, we started talking again, and because I found out some stuff, and there was some complication in our relationship because I lost a friend because we started being together, and it was one of my good friends from high school, and she didn't approve of our relationship or anything. So I lost her as a friend over Labor Day weekend. Ugh. That was a huge mess. But I found out that after we ended things, he told her everything. Like, he started talking to her again and told her everything about our relationship and all that. And she just really, really hated me. And I have not talked to her since Labor Day weekend. So there's that. And when I found out this stuff, because I didn't find out from him, I found out from 2 of my friends from high school, and I was bawling my eyes out for probably 2 or 3 hours. I was shaking, and then it was weird because as soon as I stopped crying, as soon as we stopped the conversation, he messaged me, and I was like, so I found out that, well, he thought I was at his school, because he goes to a different college, and I was like, no, but I'll be there next weekend, blah, 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 whatever. And then I told him, and I got really upset, and all he did was say, I'm sorry that happened, but, whatever. And then I started talking to a different guy. I talked to a lot of guys, whether they're friends or, potential boyfriends. I don't know. I talked to a lot of people, okay, so I mean, I was single, so I was kind of just testing the waters, but it's not like I went out and had sex with all of these guys, because that's not who I am. But, yeah, I started talking to this other guy, and we really hit it off. We started FaceTiming, like, every single day, talking all the time, and he was in a different time zone. He was, like, 14 hours ahead of me, so like when I was waking up, he was going to sleep, and we would be like, good night, good morning, whatever, and it was just so much, but I loved it. I loved it personally. We don't talk much anymore, but that's whatever. And the guy that I had a crush on from band, we didn't talk all Christmas break, so I assumed that he didn't like me anymore. So I was like, okay, I'm going to move on. And I found out later that he was also talking to someone else because he thought that I lost feelings for him. So, miscommunication there. Okay, so next semester rolls along. I felt much better about being at school. I was a lot happier. I guess I just liked my classes better. I have a lot of toxic things out of my life, I guess. Also, my first semester, like December 27th, I think, I was two years self-harm free. So I was really happy about that. I made a huge post about it on my Instagram, so if you guys want to go check that out, you should follow me on Instagram. So anyway, second semester rolls along. I don't remember much of January. Not much really happened in January, I believe. Just Shanice's birthday, which I couldn't see her for, but I definitely called her. February. Okay, so February comes along, and I started talking to the guy in band again, and we started talking, I think, again in January, and my sole focus was on him. because I wanted to start dating him. And same with him. So he cut off all his ties with his exes. I cut off all my ties with my exes. And I was just only focused on this one guy. And he asked me out on February 7th. And I said yes. And then that night, I got a phone call from the guy that I used to talk to in December, like during Christmas break. The one that was 14 hours ahead of time. And I feel like a lot of this video was just guys, but I mean, honestly, my entire school year was my friends, guys, and that's mostly it. Like, in band, barely any, school-wise, like, news, I guess, because I was just in school, so, whatever. Okay, so, yeah, so that guy called me and confessed his feelings for me, saying that he really wants to be with me, and he wants to make me happy, I make him happy, and blah, 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 and I was just listening, and I was like, I literally just started dating someone. And I didn't want to tell him that, and I didn't tell him that, but it was sucked, because if he would have said this ahead of time, I would have been like, okay, we can maybe give it a try, but you know, it was too late, and and me and that guy, we still talk every now and then, but nothing ever happened. Nothing ever came out of that, and I'm actually thankful, because I don't think anything would ever come out of that, and I never expected anything to, but the fact that he confessed his feelings for me like that, I was just like, kind of too late, buddy. Like, if you really wanted me now, you should have wanted me before. You would know. So yeah, I started dating the guy in band. Whew, I'm out of breath. And then following week, I went to my friend's house, because we had something planned that weekend. I think it was a concert. And we were staying on the campus of where my ex, the one I was dating at the beginning of the school year, went to. So we had been talking a couple weeks before that, and I was like, yeah, I'll be going to blah, blah, blah. I'll be going to your school, staying in your school in a couple weeks, for 2 weeks. And he was like, oh, cool, we should totally get together. We should hang out. And I was like, okay, I'm okay with that. And in my head, I'm like, I wouldn't let anything happen, because I'm dating this guy. I'm really happy. But then I was having second guesses, because I was like, I feel like I should just be single and do what I want, because I just feel like I shouldn't be in a relationship right now. Not that because I want to sleep or see other guys. I just personally should not be in a relationship right now. I don't think it's right for me to be in one at this moment of time. And this was the first time in my life that I ever felt like I didn't need to be with someone, because I was always with someone all throughout, like, middle school and high school. Like, always. Probably the longest I was single was maybe a couple weeks. Well, anyway, so I ended up seeing my ex, and we hung out for a couple hours, and then some stuff happened, and I eventually ended up cheating on my boyfriend at the time. And I never cheated on anyone. I never thought about cheating, never put myself in a situation where I was going to cheat, but it happened. And I knew I had a gut feeling that I should have never said yes to the guy, because I knew that not something would happen, but, like, my mind would just tell me why, and I thought about it, and I beat myself up over cheating on this guy that I had liked for a week. Well, I still think about it, and I'm still, like, so fucking stupid, but I had beat myself really bad over it for a week. I ended up relapsing also, so, I mean, it wasn't bad, and it wasn't, like, noticeable unless you were, like, really looking, but I ended up relapsing. That's a self-harm relapsing, and I, drank a lot, I smoked a lot, I did, like, a lot of, like, self-damage, because I just kept beating myself up over cheating on him, and I was trying to think of a way to tell him, I was trying to think of a way to tell, like, if I wanted to tell him, and my ex didn't even know that I was in a relationship, so that's another thing, because if I would have told him, this probably would have never happened. So I told him the following week, I believe. No, I told him before that. And he was like, well, we can just try to move past it, because I really want to be with you, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, we can move past it. I'm still gonna beat myself up over it. And I ended up breaking up with him that next Thursday because I was leaving a few minutes after that to go back to school because I think there was a birthday party or something. I don't remember. So I ended up breaking up with him. And yeah, me and the guy that I was dating, we still talked, but I knew in my heart that I just wanted to be single and we probably weren't going to get back together. But I was like, you never know what's in the future. So I was like, maybe we'll get back together, but I cannot guarantee anything. Nothing's ever guaranteed except for, death. But that's kind of sad to say. I never said that, but anyway. So yeah, February. March, throughout this time, there was still band stuff going on, but it was basketball band. A couple times I went to Alabama. I went to Alabama once with my friend Hannah, and we stayed with her mom for the weekend. We went to church, and we hung out a lot. We went to botanical gardens. We went out to eat, and it was a really fun weekend. And then during this time, I was also talking to someone new. He was in the Army. Well, he is in the Army, and he's also a firefighter. And I thought something was going to come out of it, but he was kind of wishy-washy, so I kind of changed my mind on that. And I was like, this is going to end soon, but I'm having fun, so I'm just going to keep having fun. And this was when I was like, I'm enjoying being single. I'm enjoying just talking to whoever I want to, seeing who's new out there. And I have a Tinder account, so I was just like matching with people and just talking to people. Like, there was no sexting or anything involved because I'm not a sexter and I'm not a hookup kind of person. So I was literally just having normal conversations with guys and stuff, and sometimes girls, but not really, not many girls, but mostly guys. So yeah, like I said, I started talking to this Army guy, and I think this was in March, I believe. And then in March, I was still talking to my ex, the guy I was dating and I cheated on. And for a brief period, maybe about a week, he kept coming to my room. And personally, I'm not a clingy person. I don't really like to cuddle. I don't like to be clingy. I don't like to be touched a lot. And I don't like people bothering me. I like to be alone a lot. And even when I'm with people, I think about, oh, I can't wait to be in my bed by myself. And he would come over all the time. And, I didn't mind because, I mean, it's okay. People come over and they're like, as long as you tell me or let me know before a time and they just want to talk about their day or have someone to talk to, have someone to rant to, I'm that friend. But I personally prefer if it's texting because I like texting. I can reply when I want and I take my time replying. I don't like phone calls and I don't like visitors unless we plan, hey, let's hang out this day. I don't like it. But I let him come over anyway. And it was fun for a while. And then one day, I was hanging out with one of my friends, Cole. Or one night. I think it was a day that I got back. So it was probably a Sunday. Or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it was a Thursday. You know what? It doesn't even matter what day it was. I was hanging out with my friend Cole. And I came back to my room and I was so tired. Like, so tired. I wanted to go in my bed. I wanted to watch a couple episodes on Netflix or YouTube, whatever, and pass out. And I was literally on the verge of passing out. And I got a text saying, hey, you should come open up your door for me, like my building door. And in my head, I'm like, I'm just going to pretend I'm asleep because I'm literally about to fall asleep. You mean like 5 minutes. Found a way inside. Started knocking on my door. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure he called me first. Didn't answer. And then he found a way inside my building, came to my door, and was knocking at my door for about 20 minutes. And I would not answer the door. Because I didn't want to get up. I was tired. I wanted to go to sleep. I didn't want any visitors. And I hate when people show up to my room unannounced. Or to my house unannounced. Do not do that. Don't ever do that to me. I'm sorry. Unless it's like an emergency, like you need to come to my room because someone's like trying to find you or something. Usually people, like, even then, sometimes they'll call you and be like, listen, I need to come to your room like right now. I've had that happen. But if you just show up, I'm definitely not going to answer. I don't care who you are. Unless you're my mother or like my sister, like family, I'm not going to answer the door for you. Anyway, he was knocking on my door for 20 minutes, and he was sitting down on my floor, basically, I guess, waiting for me to walk out of my room. I was not going to walk out of my room. He called again, didn't answer, and then he ended up leaving, and he saw my friend Cole and was like, so I guess you were hanging out with Cole, and I'm assuming that you passed up, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, since he was knocking at my door, I woke up because I got scared, and I started having, like, almost an anxiety attack, because I was like, who the fuck is at my door? And I just assumed it was him. So I started tweeting about something. I don't remember. It was, like, not about the situation, but it was, like a video or something I was watching. And he saw my tweets, and then he started subtweeting me, and I was like, I mean, you're just going to be mad because don't ever show up to anyone's door unannounced. We're not dating, and I understand we're friends, but we're not on that level where you can just show up to my door unannounced. Like, if Shanice, Emily, Malik, Derek, any of them, of my 4 best friends, or whoever, or Cameron, anybody like that, showed up to my door, I would let them in, because I've known them for years. Like, years, and they are literally like my siblings, and I don't care. But most of the time, we plan when we're going to hang out, because they don't live that close anymore, but they can just show up to my door unannounced. Anyway, that happened. That was the last time me and him talked, which was like March 23rd or something like that. I don't know. April comes along, and I go home the April 1st weekend, and that was my mom's birthday, April 1st. She turned 52, and she went out of town. I believe she went to Florida, and then my sister wasn't here either, so I had the entire house to myself that weekend, which is why I came home. So I hung out with Malik, Shanice, Emily, and Shanice's boyfriend, and we had so much fun. Or I believe we had. I thought I had a lot of fun, but I always have fun when I'm with either of them. Yeah, so we just hung out, and then they all slept over except Emily. She came over the next day, and, you know, we just did whatever. If you follow me on Snapchat, you probably know, unless you don't know who they are, but that doesn't matter. And the next day, that day Emily came over, I think we just hung out, and then my ex came over, the one that I was dating when I went into college. Yeah, he came over, and we hung out. That was fun, and we went and got dinner, blah, 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 and then he went home, and then I was here by myself in the house. And it was so scary, because being in a big house by yourself is kind of scary, but, you know, it's whatever. I just left the door closed, and I didn't leave the room unless I really had to. Then the last few weeks of school, because we got out of school, the last month of school was April, and we got out that last week. So a lot of it just went by really quickly. I just kind of hung out with my friends, I just hung out with my friends, and I was finishing out school. I wanted to finish it out strong. I ended up finishing out strong. Thankfully, brought up my GPA, because like I said, I had a bad first semester, and I failed all my classes except 2. So I brought my GPA back up, thank God. I'm just going to continue doing that. What else? We ended up going to Alabama again, and I recorded this weekend. This is when we went to Social Circle and the sorority formal, and then Alabama and all that. And that was a very, very fun weekend. It was so much fun. I loved it. So exciting. And then I ended up I met this guy, like, the last week of school, and we started talking when I went to this party. It was the last party of the year. I went with my friend DeAndre, and I went with my friend DeAndre, Ansley, Cole, Jake, and all of them. It was like a whole bunch of people that I knew. A whole bunch of basically stoners, I guess. Now, that party was a lot of fun. And this is the first time I, like, started talking to this guy. And then I met him the next day, because we had hit it off. And he asked me out that day. So me and him are dating now. And we've been dating for 3 weeks. Tomorrow will be 3 weeks. Yeah. And he helped me and my mom move my stuff into the car that Friday. So he ends up meeting my mom that Friday. So yeah, my mom likes him. So I'm happy about that. yeah, so I went home, blah, 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 and I've been home ever since. I hung out with Emily that night. Oh, the week before this, I actually saw Frozen on Ice. If you guys saw my Instagram or Snapchat or anything, if you guys follow me on that, if you don't, follow me down below. Come on, guys, get on it. But anyway, oh, my stomach hurts. I saw Frozen on Ice. So awesome. I loved it. I don't know if you guys know, I'm a huge Disney fan. I love Frozen. I love everything Disney. I love Disney. So my friend Cameron took me as an early birthday present. So thank you, Cameron, if you're watching this. If you even get this far, because this video is probably going to be long. And then, what else? Yeah, okay, so back to the last week. So I've just been home, hung out with Emily the day I got back. I was supposed to hang out with Malik also, but he ended up not being able to come over. I met Emily's boyfriend that night. And yeah, not much has happened. Okay, and then going back to this week, even though this isn't school, but just to give you guys an update, I went to my boyfriend's house that Thursday, and I stayed all the way till this past Sunday. And we just hung out. I mean, we just bonded, hung out, and he got a dog. He got us a dog, even though we had only been together for 2 weeks at this time. So I was like, it's a bit soon to be getting a dog, but, you know, I told my friend that, and he was like, how long have you guys been together? Is his dog. I was like, true, but I still love her. She's so cute. If you want to see a picture of her, she's on my Instagram. Wait, her name's Maxina. She's 13 weeks now, I guess. She's a Shepherd Lab mix. So, yeah, very crazy, wild dog. We went to the Renaissance Festival that Saturday, and that was a lot of fun. That was my first time ever going. No, honestly, it's not much to do there. Personally, like, it was fun while it lasted, but then we went and got smoothies with him and his friends. Oh, we saw Captain America. That was supposed to come out Friday, but we saw it Thursday night because it premiered at 8:30 where he lives, or by our school, because he lives by the school. Then Sunday, he dropped me off at Six Flags. I went to Six Flags with my friend Malik, and that was so much fun. We only wrote like 3 or 4 rides because those are like the main rides we wanted to ride on. And then Monday, I had a doctor's appointment. So yeah, that was whatever. And then today is Tuesday. So now I'm here on May 10th, 11 days before my 19th birthday, giving you guys a little my first year experience. Again, a lot of this stuff has to do with guys. There's a lot of drama that happened with friends, but it wasn't really all that important. Oh, also, I didn't mention that. There was like drama that happened the last week. Not even just the last week. It was like the last 2 days of school. Yeah, and some stuff happened. So, whatever. But, you know, there's a lot that happened. Like I said, mostly has to do with guys because that's what my first year was a lot of, was having to do with guy drama. And although there was things that happened with some of my friends, not as bad compared to guys. And with school, I told you guys about school. First semester, not all that great. Second semester, I loved, and I definitely loved. I love my teachers a lot more, and I was a lot more focused, so I'm very thankful. But I'm excited to start my second year at West Georgia in the fall, and I'll be making this video all over again next year about my second year. It won't be my sophomore year because I don't have enough credits, and I would be catching up this summer, but like a whole bunch of stuff happened, so it doesn't even matter. As long as I finish school, I'm happy. But probably next year I'll be taking summer classes. This summer I'm probably just going to be reading. I'm flying out to Virginia in 14 days. I'm flying out to Virginia in 2 weeks. Those 2 weeks are going to go by so fast. But I don't know. I'll probably vlog that day, but I don't know because I'm not flying until 9:30 that night, and I'm probably not going to do anything that day. I have no idea. But anyway, I hope this kind of just gives you a little insight on me. I don't know. Never mind. That's stupid for me to say. Honestly, my whole life isn't focused on guys, you guys. I was enjoying that period where I was single because I didn't have to talk to anyone, and if I did, I could talk to whoever I wanted to because everyone had different personalities. So it was like, oh, you have this one personality one day, you have another one the next day, and you just love all of them. You just don't have to deal with being in a relationship. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy now in my relationship. I'm just saying, like, I don't have to be in a relationship to be happy because I honestly was a lot more happier when I was single, and I've never been able to say that. But I mean, also all throughout high school, sophomore to senior year, I was dating the same guy, and we're actually engaged. So yeah. Either way, yeah, I was dating the same guy, and most of my relationships, not all, most of my relationships, have lasted a pretty long time because I was with him for 2.5 years, and then my relationship before that, my like serious relationship before that, we were together for 2 years, and then before that, I don't know, I like to be with someone for a long time, so. Because I don't like to date just to date. If I'm going to date you, I kind of want to be with you for a long time. I expect to be with you for a long time. There are people who I've dated since middle school, and they're married now, and they're like in their late 20s. That is crazy, honestly. And if I could have had a love like that, that'd be awesome. But I would not want to marry anyone from my middle school. Honestly, from my high school either. I don't know. I'm not worried about who I'm going to be marrying later in life. I am almost 19 years old. I'm about to be a freshman in college, and I'm honestly just, all I'm worried about is graduating, making sure I have my degree so that I'm set, and I'm worried about YouTube because I love YouTube, and I love making YouTube videos. So yeah, that was my first year experience in college. That's pretty much all. Not much, but a lot of boys. Lots and lots of boys. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed my video. Make sure you subscribe and follow me down on all my social medias down below. Just click the description. I will link the video to when I was talking about my first semester down below. Check out my last video, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Love you guys. Bye.